Well, look at that. Switch 2 has been shown off with Mario Kart 9. Well, looks like it's time to make a retro track predict... Oh, never mind.
Wow, I never believed that Switch 2 would come out. But here we are, and with the trailer, they show off Mario Kart 9. That's like a dream come true, but there's only two things I'm wondering. What's the retro tracks? And this was supposed to be the video, until this guy made this video and basically said all the tracks I would choose, and items. Items are core to Mario Kart's gameplay. And with the fact that there's 24 players, makes it even funner to predict the items. So let's get this show on the road. Now, before you leave, I'm not about to explain the history of items. But to make it fast, Mario Kart 8 items are not just distributed by placement, but how far they are from first, which is a pretty good idea. Until you find out that bagging exists, making a big problem in how items are distributed. So what do I suggest you do? Nothing. I'm not a game designer. Okay, actually I say because there's 24 racers, it should just be placement and not distance as well. Basically removing or nerfing bagging pretty bad. Listen, bagging is fun in 8, but it gotta go. Okay, first I need to at least predict returning items from 8. There is 22 items in Mario Kart 8. And for the most part, I would keep mostly all of them. Mostly because it's the middle of the road of Mario Kart items. The only items I'd remove is coins. They're in the game, but they're better of just being on the track than being an item. Unless there is double item boxes, then it could come back. Crazy 8 should leave as well, for obvious reasons. Everything else, I think, is really good. The only one I would remove is the piranha plant, but then again, I like it. It's just pretty gimmicky. But the part you and I have been waiting for? What items would I bring back? Well, for the obvious items I would choose is the Bowser shell and giant banana. If I didn't, I would probably get my arms and legs ripped of for not adding them. Also, they would work well due to the fact that there is 24 races giving you a better chance to hit players. They could also bring in the fake item box. Basically, it would just be a trap item. It doesn't protect you from incoming items. But the point is that people would drive over it believing it's an item. Just make it less obvious so people don't know it's fake easily. The Mega Mushroom would also be sick, since there would be a higher opportunity to crush people. And with that thought, it would be obvious that they should add in the Thundercloud. Before you get mad, hear me out. Also, if you don't know what it is, then here you go. The Thundercloud basically gives you speed boost like a star. But after a while, it shocks only you and makes you small. But you could bump into someone and transfer it. So, with 24 fucking players, it would work as it was supposed to. Anyways, time for rapid fire, the Hammer Bro Hammer. Basically working how you would expect. Ice Flower would be cool. And maybe you throw 3 at once like double dash fireballs. The item box shoots out coins. So that could be cool and be better than a solo coin item. The hearts would be cool. Basically taking an item that hits you and letting you use it as your own. The Star Ring would be cool. Basically, you use it to boost forward, but others could use it. Making chaos. The Tanuki Leaf is a melee item that spins around you, hitting enemies or protecting you from shells and stuff. The Gigabob Bomb would be cool. And lastly, the Chain Chomp is like a bullet bill, but eventually lets you go and keeps moving. Being able to hit anyone. Okay, time for my own items. But before I make them, might as well explain the type of items. There's 3 types of items: defense, offense, and general boosts. Defense items like bananas or that heart item are meant for protection from attack items, and usually can be trailed and can damage people. Then there's attack items like shells or bombs that, like defense items, can protect you but are meant for hitting opponents or making players' lives harder in general sometimes. And general boosts are items like mushrooms or bullets. They are like their name, boosts. Their point is to make you go faster so you can pass your opponents. With that, I'll make 3 items for each category. Okay, to start off with attack items, I would choose a tornado type item that launches opponents into the air, making them lose all their items. The next item I'd choose is the Bowser Bomb Ball from Mario 3D World. Basically, you'd throw it out and it would have a set time limit until it explodes. In that time, you could bump into it and hit it around. Lastly, and this is going to sound like a stretch, but hear me out, the blooper first off is a attack item. It messes all players up and makes their lives just a bit harder. But pros know how to drive the track, even if half-blinded. So I propose the Wonder Flower, if it isn't a stage hazard of some sort already. It would distort player screens and invert player controls, making it a pain to turn. Maybe it could do more, but this is just spitballing. But that's the best I have with making attack items. Okay, time for boost items. First, we got the propeller suit, and I've been edging to tell someone about this idea for a while. Basically, you'd be sent flying up into the air, and it would deploy your glider, letting you skip parts of the stage. Next, we have the Chili Pepper from Galaxy 2. It would give a small speed boost and leave a fire trail behind you, hurting any enemy who drives over it. Lastly, the Spring Mushroom launches you up into the air and lets you bounce 3 times. Well, that was fast, now for.
And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. You hear?
You're just a slave, a pawn with no free will of its own, is that it?
Free will. Pitiful humans. War, segregation, hatred. Is that what you've done with your free will, boy? Don't you lecture me with your $30 haircut. Goku dies.
For defensive items, I'd add in the Drill Mushroom, where it lets you burrow into the ground. Maybe people could trick off little bumps you made. It would also dodge shock. Double Cherry would unironically work because no one would know which is who. Red Shells target the faker and destroy it. Lastly, we have the Metal Cap. It would make you invincible, but not like the Star, where you could damage others. That's bullshit. But you would be able to drive better underwater, shock dodge again, and gliding would suck. But that's all I have for Mario Kart items. I think I made pretty good Mario Kart items, but what items do you think would come to Mario Kart 9? The game has a very high potential, and I can't wait to see what they do with items in the next installment of the Mario Kart series. But like always in life, something bad happens. Mr. Mike Love and Light, yes, King is retiring. So I made a tribute in his name. Thank you for all the shots you gave, and the name of my channel. Actually, I named it off of him, but that's not the point. Here's the clip.
Then something just snapped. Something inside of me. I didn't care anymore. I didn't care about being better than Kakarot. I didn't care about being a Super Saiyan. I didn't care if I lived. I didn't care about anything. And then it happened. I like them big booty, little booty,